Legendary! Double kill! Triple kill!
Your actions are a
Yo, what's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a Tulen gameplay. So with Tulen, when the new patch hit, I've tried different build for Tulen to find out what is the best set or best build for Tulen. And right now, after days of testing, after several 20-30 games of testing playing on Tulen, I've actually tried to have pretty much every different build for Tulen. Tried Boomstick, I've tried the green enchantment where if you kill minions it gives you HP buff. I tried to use that to replace Orb Magi so I don't have to worry about my HP. And everything, I pretty much tried everything, but it just turns out it's not as good as the one I was using before. You just basically want to go full damage for his enchantment and you pretty much want to build the same way as you were building him before. Really, the new patch doesn't really make any difference in how you would build Tulen compared to last patch. So if you want to know how I built Tulen, you're welcome to check out my older videos where I pretty much have two built for Tulen, one with Orb Magi and the other one without it, without Orb Magi, but instead building Barthagni as my first item. So additional point being that you don't want to build Res Blessing as the first item because early game you won't have enough damage to do enough magic damage in order to steal the life, steal the HP from the magic damage you do. So if you were to build it as your first item, you're not going to do enough damage to make the item very effective. So that's why I never recommend you building Rest Blessing as your first item. On top of that, I've also tried Boomstick to try to stack it with Holy Thunder. Holy Thunder is your third tier, the yellow enchantment you get for the ultimate poking damage. I try to stack Holy Thunder on top of Boomstick, but it turns out it's not that great. There's a cooldown every time you use either one of those effects, and it's just not as effective as if you were just going to build some full damage and then just going out in a team fight and try to kill someone with your ultimate. So with all that being said, the conclusion is pretty much you just want to go full damage on your enchantment and you want to build him the same way as if you were building him before. So on top of that, there's really nothing else changed from the same Tulen from last patch, so you pretty much still play him the same way. But right now, because other mage like L'Oreal, Crixie is also buffed as well, they have the new enchantment to choose from, which can make some of those mages better than if they were before. So you know, like buffing other mages is also a nerf to the Tulen. So Tulen is, you have just to be extra careful when you're laning against another mage now. But beside that, there really isn't anything that's changed. Just play careful and have fun playing Tulen. And even though he's weaker than compared to last patch, he's still really good. But there's one different thing. If there has to be one different thing about Tulen, about how you play Tulen, is how you clear the wave now. If you don't have enough damage early on, or enough cooldown reduction, like if you don't have a blue, you would want to prefer to clear your wave with 2 S1. So your passive will still be up for 10 seconds after you use your S1 to get the stacks of your passive. So you want to wait for say 5 to 6 seconds to use your S1 again, so you have to use 2 S1 to clear the wave so that you have more charge for your second skill, so you can do things with it. If you're getting ganked, you can just use it to run away, or if your team is trying to make a play, you can use that to go in. just because they have increased the recharging time for your S2 for his dash, so that if you want to still have enough charge to follow up with your team's plays, you have to pretty much just use S1 mainly using S1 to clear the wave, instead of like before you can just use the combination of both skills to clear the wave. So that's one thing you guys can try improve that on. And over here Linda's just died because she used a trap. If she didn't use that trap, she didn't cast the trap, she would have still lived. So that was everything I wanted to cover for how you build Tulen, of how you choose the talent, choose the enchantment. It's pretty much everything I've found, so that right now I'm sharing with you guys, so you have a better idea of how he is in the new patch. In this game we're doing pretty good. Like I said before, I'm trying to play a lot of solo queues because I don't like waiting in the queue to find a game. So solo queue is definitely harder, but you can still have fun and then try to win. On top of that, you can see that Holy Thunder is doing pretty good damage to that Crixie. So if I had Flicker over here, I can definitely go in and jump onto the Crixie, get a kill under tower, and get out. My team is doing pretty good job in denying their jungle, denying the Linda's farm, just because we put a small camp away from Linda's early level, and then they kept on denying Linda's buff. So that was really good. And that's how you deny Linda's farm, because once Linda's gets really fed through farming jungle, she can be very effective in doing a lot of damage. So if you want to deny Linda's farm and stop her from being fed, you have to pretty much just camp her jungle and then try to play around the jungle. That's pretty much how you want to play against ADC jungle anyways. You just want to camp their jungle so they don't have a place to farm, so that they can be less effective in the whole game. So you can see me doing pretty good damage onto the Lindas with my Holy Thunder, with my enchantment, and with my passive. So that's really good on Tulen, because you can trigger your Holy Thunder from your passive. So it's like it's acting like a boomstick. So that's why I don't think you have to build boomstick anymore to get more poking damage. The Holy Thunder is already doing its job, acting as a boomstick. So I guess a magic damage heavy team, I would still want to build the Orb of Magi, even though I don't really like in the current patch for the item, but I still think that really good item on Tulen at the moment. And with the Flicker and with the ultimate, I just killed her over there. But they have nerfed the damage for Tulen's passive, where if you were going to use your passive to clear the wave, it's going to be slower. But I feel at the same moment, I feel like my passive is doing less damage compared to before onto enemy heroes. That's something I've noticed, even though it's not written in the patch note. The patch note only said that your passive will do less damage to minions. I think it's 25% less damage to minions compared to its damage last patch. But at the same time, just feel my passive is doing less damage. But it still does its job. You can still use the Holy Thunder to make up the damage that has been decreased because of the everybody have the buff magic disc right now. So over here, Superman used a really nice push, and I was able to get 3 kills off from that push. So my team is helping me a lot this game in order for me to finish the kills. I think Tulen was a really good pick here because my team is lacking someone to finish the kill off. Our ADC can do some great damage from long distance, but at the same time they can't go in and they can't finish the kill afterwards. So Tulen was a really good pick for that purpose. So they can just go in and I can go in later on and then finish the kill. You can see that the new ADC having a quite long range once she goes into turret mode. So we're gonna have another fight over here, and I hit all my S1 onto the Bowden, and Bowden was just screeching like a paper. We were able to get that kill, and we were able to get another kill onto the Linus with my ultimate, and my ultimate already reset. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill on Crashed, otherwise my ultimate would reset again. But that's okay, we're gonna end the game right here. Overall, this is a pretty good, easy Tulen game. And that's about it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have understood what I've talked about in the early part of this video. To talk about Tulen build and everything. So that's how you want to build Tulen, how you want to choose enchantment. I've already done the testing for you guys. And again, thanks for watching and have a nice day.